set the mood. You're scrolling through TikTok, doom scrolling your way through baby witches, tarot scams, and influencers selling crystals to raise your vibration, and you think, could it get any weirder? You have no idea. Welcome to Strong City, New Mexico, where a bunch of very committed, very sunburnt people were following a man named Wayne Bent, who said without even a smidge of irony that he was literally God. Not like I feel close to God, or God is within me. No, this man looked around at the desert, at the dust, at his cargo pants and off-brand Birkenstocks and said, "Yeah, I am the Messiah now," and people believed him. This wasn't just your average patchouli-scented, incense-burning spiritual experiment. This was a full-blown, end-of-days, apocalyptic cult where the main event involved lying naked next to the Messiah for spiritual healing. Yeah, that's right, naked, like skin to skin, in the desert, with God, allegedly, and it only gets weirder from here. In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most bizarre and disturbing modern cults in American history, from failed doomsday prophecies and spiritual grooming to court cases and the most awkward family dynamics you've ever seen. This is the truly bonkers story of Wayne Bent and the Strong City cult, and don't worry, we'll be roasting it the whole way through, because if we don't laugh at this, we'll just start crying. Let's go. Chapter 1. WHOTF is Wayne Bent. Before Wayne Bent was calling himself Michael Travisor, aka the Son of God, he was just a Seventh-day Adventist named Wayne. Like every good cult leader, he started out religious and then veered way off the highway of normal theology and straight into "you guys ever think I might be Jesus" territory. He was born in 1941 and grew up like any other average dude in America, which is what makes this all the more terrifying. Like, imagine your dad one day just standing in the living room like, "Hey kids, you're all pops. He's God now." Terrifying. Anyway, Wayne was a devout member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, a Christian denomination already kinda into end-time prophecy. So when Wayne got obsessed with studying the Book of Revelation like it was a TikTok conspiracy theory, things started going off the rails. He left the church in the 1980s and began preaching his own version of spirituality. By 1987, he was going full TikTok main character energy, claiming that God told him he was the Messiah. Because of course, if you're gonna leave your church and move to the desert, you might as well go full divine delusion. And in true cult leader fashion, he changed his name to Michael Travisor because apparently Wayne wasn't holy enough. I guess Michael just screams Messiah and not regional manager at Staples. He created an online ministry called the Lord Our Righteousness Church, which is a name that just screams gaslighting ahead. He began attracting followers online with his intense apocalyptic messages, slick website, and claims that the world would end in 2007. Which, I'm sorry, wasn't even a cool apocalypse year, like, pick 2012 at least. But hey, it worked. People followed, families moved, and Strong City was born. Chapter 2. The birth of Strong City. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Wayne and about 70 of his followers moved to a remote compound in northeastern New Mexico, which they renamed Strong City, because again, Cultville was too on the nose. Strong City wasn't just a commune. It was a fully isolated apocalyptic haven built to prepare for the end times. Followers gave up their jobs, homes, bank accounts, and contact with the outside world. In exchange, they got one-way access to Wayne's divine wisdom, an endless supply of prophecy, and a real chance of getting spiritually spooned. Members were required to obey Wayne's spiritual directives without question. And if you're wondering if this included emotional manipulation, sleep deprivation, and extreme control over personal lives, ding ding ding, you are correct. This man had them living in trailers in the desert, completely dependent on him for everything, which is wild, because the only thing worse than surviving a New Mexico summer in a trailer is surviving it while thinking the world's gonna end and God is your creepy landlord. Wayne also started broadcasting his teachings through videos. On his website, it was basically CultTube. He'd appear in front of backdrops like arid landscapes or sad living rooms and rant about God, judgment, and oh yeah, how he was the only begotten Son sent to complete the work of Jesus. Honestly, it was giving yassified doomsday prophet, But things really started getting uncomfortable when he began practicing spiritual healing with young female followers, as in laying naked next to them in bed. He said this was about cleansing, not sex. But let's be honest, when your religion involves taking off your clothes for the leader's vibes, that's not a holy sacrament. That's a Lifetime movie waiting to happen. The group justified it by saying Wayne didn't touch anyone inappropriately. But like if spooning God is on your to-do list, you might want to reevaluate your spiritual life. Chapter 3. The Apocalypse. Didn't so. It's 2007, and Wayne has officially declared that the world is gonna end on October 31 because apparently the Lord loves a dramatic Halloween entrance. His followers prepare for the end times like it's Y2K 2.0. They're ready to ascend, disappear, be raptured, whatever. But then, nothing happens. Like literally nothing. The sun rose. The earth kept spinning. Not even a meteor or a spooky ghost. And Wayne, instead of saying, "Oops, my bad," says, "The Lord changed his mind." Okay, but imagine quitting your job, selling your house, living in a trailer in the desert, spooning a self-proclaimed messiah, and then the world doesn't end and your reward is gaslighting. One follower literally said on camera, "We are dead. The world just doesn't know it yet, ma'am." What? The failed prophecy caused some people to wake up and leave, but others dug in deeper, which is textbook cult behavior, because once you give up your whole life for a delusion, the sunk cost fallacy hits like a freight train. And if you think that's wild, just wait, because the government was watching, and they were not vibing. Chapter 4. The Arrest, the Trial, the Naked Truth Enter, the Authorities. By 2008, after a disturbing National Geographic documentary aired footage of Wayne's practices, the state of New Mexico opened an investigation. And listen, when Nat Geo stops filming lions and starts filming you because you're more disturbing, that's a red flag. The footage included scenes of Wayne laying in bed, shirtless, with teenage girls. He called it laying naked ceremonies again, supposedly not sexual, but the girls were underage, and spiritual cuddling isn't a recognized religious ritual anywhere outside this man's head. Eventually, he was arrested and charged with 3 counts of criminal sexual contact with a minor and 3 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. During the trial, Wayne doubled down. He told the court he was the Messiah and that his actions were spiritually ordained. "Sir, this is not a metaphysical debate. This is court." The courtroom was tense, with members of the cult sitting in support of him, staring down prosecutors like they were enemies of God. Ultimately, Wayne was convicted and sentenced to 18 years in prison, though he was released early in 2016 for health reasons after serving around 8 years. So, yeah, God apparently doesn't do well in the state penitentiary. Chapter 5. Strong City Aftermath. After Wayne's conviction, Strong City fell apart like a bad Mel-M scheme. Many members scattered. The compound still exists, but it's mostly a ghost town of forgotten dreams and bad decisions. A few loyal followers stayed, including Wayne's adult son Jeff Bent, who became the new spiritual leader. But by then, the movement had lost its steam, its relevance, and honestly its entire purpose. Some of the remaining members still believe Wayne was divine, but others woke up, got therapy, and started rebuilding their lives. Strong City today is just a bunch of dusty trailers, some eerie buildings, and a very weird footnote in American cult history. So what can we learn from Strong City? Besides the obvious "don't get naked with your spiritual leader" rule, it's a stark reminder that cults thrive on isolation, manipulation, and blind devotion. Wayne Bent didn't build a religion, he built a system of control. And it worked until the outside world said, "Hey, maybe don't let creepy dudes call themselves God and sleep with teenagers." The truly terrifying part. This happened recently, like you were probably already using Wi-Fi when Wayne was out here declaring the apocalypse. So the next time someone tells you they have divine knowledge and a remote compound, run. Don't walk, run, and take your crystals and sage with you, because at the end of the day, God probably doesn't live in a trailer in New Mexico, and if he does, he's probably not demanding cuddle time with underage girls. If you liked this video, hit that like button and subscribe unless you're already worshipping a sunburned man in sandals. In that case, seek help immediately, and maybe bring a lawyer. See you next time, you beautiful skeptical weirdos.